Hey, Jennifer, Dr. Ben.
Hi, Dr. Ben. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, good to talk
Good.
with you.
You too?
I just want to remind you this podcast is recorded, and that's okay?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, and so just no identifying information to otherwise.
About that tattoo on my left shoulder.
That's right. Big Tyrannosaurus
Okay.
Rex.
Exactly.
Right. Sorry, I've got
Thanks for
kids.
reminding me.
Yeah, I've got kids, and the first thing that comes in my head are dinosaurs, Star Wars, and Scooby-Doo. So
I have a 16-year-old, but I was playing with some plastic dinosaurs yesterday, so
nice,
there you go.
nice. Alrighty. So you got a test from doctor's data, and
Yep.
looks like you've got no bugs in your stomach and your digestive tract. So,
Right. No bad, no good.
yep, pretty sterile. So,
And I have been taking high-quality probiotics for years. Under, like very similar to what you sell from my naturopath here on the island, on an empty stomach, morning and night. I could go read the kind it is, but it has all the different strains, plus Sacro B separately. And I've been doing this literally for years, and high intensity all this year, like not missing it. And that's why it was so bizarre. We thought maybe it would come up with bad bacteria. And I've been having all kinds of strange changes in my bowels before that, which is why we did the test.
How many probiotics have you been taking? How many different companies?
How many different companies? Well, the one I've been taking for the longest, I can run in the house and get it. It's a powder. It's in a blue bottle I keep in the refrigerator.
Okay.
I take a quarter teaspoon in water.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Okay.
And it has a bunch of different, I buy it from my naturopath. I don't buy it at the health food store.
Right. Is it Claire Labs?
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
Good. Yep. And the Sacro B is a pill that's not refrigerated. And then once we got the results back from doctor's data, my naturopath called the doctor's data doctor, totally freaked out. Like, how could I have no bacteria at all? And she said, oh, we see this. Just take the same stuff, the same probiotics with kefir or kombucha or something in the morning. And so I've been doing that, and I still feel kind of pretty crappy. My digestion is, not good at all. I can't tolerate anything, I have never been able to tolerate gluten or dairy or eggs very well, but it's even worse now.
Mm-hmm.
So I certainly haven't seen any change. So I guess my question to you is, A, is there anything different to do? B, does it just take a long time? And does, I guess, that, A and B.
Okay. Well, couple things. How are you taking the probiotic? Walk me through the process. What do you do?
Sure. I get up in the morning. I come downstairs. First thing, I take my quarter teaspoon in water. And actually, you know what? First thing I do is I take a prebiotic drink.
Okay.
It mixed in water. It's oh gosh, I can't think of what it is, but it's something.
Inulin.
But,
chicory. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that my sweetie started taking because he was having gut trouble from a virus that he got in Mongolia. This was a couple years ago. So he swears by this. So I take that, then I take my probiotic in water, and then I take a half a glass of kefir, sugar-free, super-duper yummy kefir.
Mm-hmm.
And my Sacro B.
Okay.
And then that's what I do. And then I take my regular, vitamins and fish oil and that throughout the day.
Okay. And do you take another dose later on, or is that it?
That's all I've been taking. I used to take 2, but the doctor. But I didn't need to take 2, so I haven't been. I'm happy to go back to taking 2 if you think it would help. And then during the day, I try to eat fermented foods, drink good kombucha, eat a gluten-free miso for lunch, that kind of thing. Just adding more fermented foods in.
Okay. So.
And greens.
I see one thing wrong right away, and that's probiotics should be taken at night after dinner.
Oh, okie doke.
So that's one. First thing in the morning, I know Claire Labs, and they're good, but you need to take the probiotic after dinner because the stomach is very acidic.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the bacteria are protected against stomach acid, at first thing in the morning, you're hungry, and
Right.
on an empty stomach you have tons of acid. So you've got to have it after dinner, and that's the time to take it.
Okay, should I take it right after dinner, or because I was always told to take it on as much of an empty stomach as possible? Has that been my problem?
Yes,
That's the bad.
that's your problem.
Oh my gosh, all that time, crap. So like right after dinner, with should I still do the kefir fermented food thing?
You can. I don't think it's necessary as much. Doctor recommended it, then you can continue it. But I think the biggest problem is when you're taking it. So
Okay.
what happens if you think through the process is bacteria normally resides on our food when we eat it.
Right.
So, and then it gets in our stomach, and then it takes over. So, if you take a probiotic after dinner, when that is recommended, because if you eat your dinner, the stomach acid decreases a bit. So, and then you wait a little bit longer, say 10 minutes or 5 minutes or what have you, and then you take your probiotic after that. And what that does is if you take your probiotic after your dinner and you wait a little bit, the food will start going down through the intestines and down, make its way out of there. And if you take the probiotic after, then the probiotic makes its way after the food in that lower acidic environment, because it's still recent enough after your dinner, but it has time to start binding to all the walls in the intestine. So if you take your probiotic before dinner, then you're just going to push them all out, and you're also going to have your stomach too acidic, and they'll be dead.
Got it. So forget morning, right at 5 or 10 minutes after dinner. Keep doing the kefir just because.
Yeah, if you like it. I mean, kefir's good. And in terms of your other digestive symptoms, you could be low on stomach acid, you could be low on digestive enzymes, it could be food intolerances. There's a number of different things there. But I don't think you have a bad choice of a probiotic. I just think you're taking it wrong. And then, do you get any gas and bloating? You said your digestive symptoms are pretty bad.
Well, I haven't been since I haven't been recently. There's been times in my life that I have, but recently it's been more burping than anything else.
Okay, so burping, to me, is low stomach acid.
Okay.
So because it's an immediate gas response, so it's higher up in the stomach, so that means your food is fermenting more rapidly up higher. And if you get gas, flatulence, that means you're getting lower down, fermentation. So it's, digestive enzymes or bad bacteria or food intolerances. So I would say you need a digestive enzyme before meals, and I would recommend it be stomach acid of some sort, betaine hydrochloric acid or gentiana, artemisinin, wormwood. You can also take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Yeah, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar mixed with some lemon juice, like say the juice of like slice of a lemon, like a little quarter of a lemon or something. Okay. And then put it in a glass of filtered water.
Okay.
And sip it.
Okay.
You're not going to down it, you're going to sip it. So, and the slightest feeling of burning or just, you start hearing your stomach grumble, then stop drinking it and eat. And what you can do is if you're on the go, you can take a little vial with you to wherever you go and throw it in your purse of apple cider vinegar and lemon juice and just mix it up. And you can just take a tiny sip directly without any water. Just take a tiny sip and then eat.
Okay, that's a great idea. Okay.
And that should reduce the belching.
Okay, great. Well, I will try both of these things. That's really helpful.
Yeah, and I think your next test of doctor's data should show some bugs in there.
Some good bugs.
Yeah, that is interesting, and I guess that really shows the importance of when to take your probiotics.
Yeah. Have you heard of that before, where someone had no bacteria at all, good or bad?
Infants when they're born. That's about
Yeah.
it. So,
Oh,
yeah, I've never heard of that. I find it almost impossible.
I know. That was exactly the reaction that my naturopath had, but that's why she called in such a long conversation with them.
I mean, it's I don't I don't know. I mean, perhaps it was a faulty test. Perhaps it was a faulty specimen. I I don't know. Because normally we have 5 pounds of bacteria in our gut, whether good or bad.
Right.
You don't just not have any bacteria, and actually the bulk of your stools, it is bacteria. So
Right.
people, if they fast and they do a water fast and they keep having bowel movements, they're thinking, well, what the heck? Where am I getting all the bowel movements? Well, it's the bacteria coming through.
Mhm.
So I find it hard to believe. Doctors Data is a great lab. And,
Mhm.
they have great doctors on staff and great scientists on staff. But I that's too hard for me to believe. I think it was
Mhm.
faulty, and the specimen, something happened in the specimen, and I also, yeah, so I would take your probiotic this way for a month or two, and then
Mhm.
retest,
Okay.
and
Okay, great.
see if your doctor will have them retest for free, because I that just
Yeah,
sounds,
it was expensive.
yeah, it's too expensive, and it doesn't seem right.
Okay.
So I would ask for
Okay.
a retest.
That's great. That's a great plan.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.